Welcome to the channel, or welcome back. My name is John Weinberg. Today we're going to talk about how I created this photo zine. This is just an 8.5 by 11-inch piece of paper that is folded to create a little booklet. And it's got some images that I shot and some other quotes and other information. You're going to be able to download this for free to check it out. And then I'm going to have instructions on how to fold it and cut it in order to make it happen. Kleon, I'm a huge fan of his work. He did Steal Like an Artist. This is Read Like an Artist, a free download that he did. I actually copied his idea. So Austin, thank you so much. I'm going to link to this so that you can check this out as well. He wrote the book Steal Like an Artist, which I've got right here. I love his work, and I've been following him on Substack. And if you want to follow me on Substack, I'm going to put a link down below for that as well. But we're going to talk about how I formatted it and created it with a little help from my son. And then we're going to talk about how to cut it and fold it. And we'll talk a little bit about zines and why you should make a photo zine from your work. So what you're looking at is the template that my son created for me, and he's amazing at Photoshop, and he was able to create this template. I actually numbered the rectangles in the one that I had from Kleon just so that he would know where they needed to be within that template. Then I had the ability to get rid of the template layer so that I could just show my text and images. It took me a little while to figure out Photoshop enough to be able to rotate the images within the rectangles, placing the text and editing the text and getting everything in there the way I wanted it to look. This took me about 3, maybe 4 hours to really iron out all the details. Kleon, just his information was fantastic for getting me started. And then I also enlisted the help of Josh Weinberg, who was amazing. I'm going to go ahead and link to his stuff on Substack. He has a zine that he just published from travels in Chicago, so you can check out his stuff as well. But I'm going to make this template downloadable so that you can check that out and have that for yourself so that you can go ahead and make this zine on your own. So now that you've downloaded and printed the zine, and your print may look different than mine, it depends on the printer that you print it on, and that's absolutely okay. I don't need it to be absolutely perfect. Part of this is the imperfection, and I'm okay with that. So folding paper has never been easy for me. I know that sounds really strange, but that is the reality of it. And I avoided arts and craft most of my life because of that. But you know, as an adult, I just really don't care anymore, and I want to have fun and play. And you know, I was always given grief by teachers when I was a kid that I didn't cut straight lines and all the things, which seems really weird when you're making art, because you know, one of my mottos is there's no wrong way to make art. And I'm going to show you how to fold this, and let's see how it turns out. The first fold, you're going to flip it over, and you're going to go ahead and fold it lengthwise. So you're going to go ahead and match up the corners, which is the first step, and then pinching. I'm going to go to the other corner. And if you have a different way that you do this, that's fine with me. Just showing people that have never put together one of these how I would do it. And then I'm going to mesh the middle up here, and I'm going to go ahead and pinch that, and then match the corners again. Make sure those are aligned before I crease the middle. I'm going to find that middle. And I'm going to link to a video by Kleon where he does this. And then he uses a bone tool for this part. I'm just going to use my finger. And then I'm going to go ahead and open it up. I'm going to fold it the opposite way. So I'm going to go ahead and match the corners. pinch that one. And then over here to the other corner, mesh those up. Now the issue is if you don't do this spot on, it doesn't fold the right way. So the whole idea is that you get these as close as you can. But once again, imperfect is perfect in my mind. The whole idea is just have fun and create the zine and then go from there. And I'm going to go ahead and mesh up the corners again and then crease the edge from the middle to there. Flip it around, mesh this corner. And then after you get those two folds done, then we're going to fold in from this end. And we're going to do this to both sides. Meshing that corner. Getting that lined up. This corner. Get that lined up. Once again, you may do this a different way, and whatever works for you. And get as solid a crease. Now you got to do this on like a nice solid surface. And I'm going to do this side, do the same thing. Pinch that one. Go to this corner. I'm going to go to the middle. And once you get all those folds done, you're then going to open it up like that. And you're going to take a scissors and you're going to cut right down the middle of the middle page. And then it will flip over and you should get something like this. And then you're going to find that front page like this. And then you're going to fold it closed. And then I do a last fold, just kind of one last. Now, once again, perfection's not the goal, just getting it folded so it actually works. But the better the folds, the better the actual final product. And then you get this, and then opening it up. And then you're going to have other images. And then that last page with the QR code and information. So that's how you put it together. So why would you create a zine in the first place? Why would you go to all the trouble to create a little booklet, even this 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, taking the time to, put all the images, the text, everything? Why would you do that? So that people can check out your work in a physical format. It is a lot of fun when you're holding one of these in your hand and you're leafing through the images the way that the artist intended for you to look at them, because they created it, they made it from scratch, and you are looking at their raw work. And that is amazing. If you get someone to actually do that, if you inspire someone to make that happen. It's just a really cool feeling knowing that someone got to experience the things that you create in that way. I know Austin Kleon created this and I stole a lot of it, but, he wrote the book, Steal Like an Artist. And this goes along that whole line of borrowing from him or stealing from him to be able to create my own zine. And I had a lot of fun doing it. Austin Kleon, thank you for creating what you're creating and for just being an inspiration for me to create this fun thing. And I'm going to be doing this once a month. I am going to number these as well as sign them to be able to mail them out if people want to purchase one. If you want to support the channel, it's just one way to make that happen. I'm going to make it about the price of an expensive cup of coffee so that you can have one of your own. And who knows, maybe you'll end up with a collection of my zines over the next year to come. So I'm having fun with this. I did something creative and I'm really excited that I was able to make this happen. And I'm going to be changing it up and altering it. And who knows, maybe it will morph into a different version at some point. But for now, this is a quick, easy way to make that happen. Done is better than perfect. And it feels good to get this done. So my name is John Weinberg. If you enjoyed this, please drop a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Till next time, take care.